The new DJI Pocket 4 is here, and it's a beaut. Let me tell you all about it. So what's new and what's changed? The first update that I got very excited about is the new slow motion features. The Osmo Pocket 4 can now shoot 4K 240p, which is utterly ridiculous. And I've tried a lot of slow motion on a lot of devices now, and what can happen is when you get to these really fancy sort of frame rates on paper, the footage just doesn't hold up, but that's not the case here with the Osmo Pocket 4. I found the footage in the slow motion to be sharp and crisp and absolutely ridiculously high quality. It's insane to think that a device so small can do this, and thank you very much to my good friend Josh Cameron for being my model in this clip, because it demonstrates just how good the footage is and it makes me laugh every time I see it. Go! There's another huge update, and one that makes this camera something that I will personally reach for a lot more than the Pocket 3. The Pocket 4 has been updated to have the D-Log profile. So you've got 10-bit video across the board, but the D-Log log profile means that you can color grade this stuff really, really easily. And that was my main criticism with the Pocket 3. I've had quite a few overcast days, some tricky lighting situations with the Pocket 3, and sometimes the footage has just been quite hard to wrangle. This is not the case with the Pocket 4. The new log profile is a dream to grade, and you can really add your own stamp on it if you want. However, if you're not too fussed about having that extra step in editing, the standard profile looks stunning straight out of camera, which is a good thing because the first half of this trip I accidentally shot everything in standard. So I'm glad it looks good. It was my plan all along, I promise. I think the Pocket 3 did so much right. I'm actually really happy to see that the form factor is very similar, and a lot of the stuff that I love out of the 3 has remained in the 4. There are a few physical differences though. You have extra custom buttons now underneath the screen, and the beady-eyed amongst you will notice these pins on the back of the camera, which you can now add accessories onto. You can add this cute little LED, for example, which could be a great addition if you're vlogging at night or if you just need a little bit of extra light when you're out and about. There's a brand new 1-inch CMOS sensor inside, which has a stupid 14 stops of dynamic range. And in the real world, that means if you're shooting in high contrast environments, like with the sun behind you, for example, or maybe there's a window beside you, you can recover all of that information really easily. I think the 3 was brilliant in low light, but this one's just showing off, to be honest. This is like mirrorless camera quality rather than pocket or action cam quality. It really does look stunning. Active track has also been improved. That's a feature that I used a lot on the 3, and I use it even more now on the 4. I think we're up to 7.0 in the active tracking, and it's dead simple to use. All you need to do is sort of tap on the screen for the thing that you want it to follow, and then it'll follow. So in these example shots, the camera is doing everything for me, and all I'm doing is walking in a straight line. It's so easy. And I think because I'll always be a photography camera nerd first, I always value the motion time lapses in these sorts of devices. I mean, prior to the Pocket cameras, to get something that moves along with the time lapse, I had to do, a big gimbal and then wire the camera into the gimbal and then get an app. Oh, it was always a nightmare. And I think the effect is absolutely brilliant. It's also good for in here as well, like whenever I'm doing like Instagram stories, I'll time lapse myself as I'm working and then I can just pop it up on stories. This whole device is really feature packed. There's a few things in honesty that I'm probably not cool enough to pull off, like the rotating sort of b-roll shots that you can do with it. I just like to keep things simple personally. Even just having a shot where you can walk through a scene or even just sort of pan to one side, I think it just looks so polished and wonderful. The main draw for me personally is having a very small camera with wonderful audio that's dead simple and quick to use that I can use out and about, because I don't hate vlogging in public, but I feel a heck of a lot more comfortable doing it when my camera is small. So being able to like walk across a busy street in Japan like I did with the Pocket 3, for example, or be out and about in vineyards in Cape Town and just being able to like turn to the camera and talk to it feels really seamless to me. With the Pocket 4 and the Pocket 3 before it, it was great. I would vlog anywhere. I vlogged in loads of places with that camera and felt completely at ease. So the audio. I've just filmed loads of proper videos with this. I've sat in hotel rooms and done talking head, I've been out and about, and the little microphone that you get with it is super cool. All you need to do to sync them is literally turn it on, press one button, you'll get a little pop-up on the Pocket 4 that it's synced, and then you can move away from the camera and talk into that microphone. However, the thing that really caught me off guard is the built-in microphone is blooming stunning. Listen to some of these clips. This is just from the Pocket 4 with no external microphone. It is so much fun. It's way more fun than I was expecting. I'm gonna recharge my battery and have another go. Do you want to go, Josh?
I will also too maybe have a go, but that would be technically drink flying.
Don't drink fly. It's like there's something within the camera that just hones in on voice and just makes it stand out. Even these B-roll clips where I didn't intend to use the audio, I could.
The first one will be Simone, second one will be Cabernet Franc Rosé, and the third one will be Single Vinea Sauvignon Blanc, and the last one will be the Cabernet Sauvignon.
And having those little bits of ambient audio sprinkled in through your videos is really, really good to make it more immersive. Having good built-in audio in general is always handy. Do you want to know something funny? I've never once forgotten an SD card or a micro SD card. Not for years and years and years and years. And would you believe it? I forgot the SD card for the Pocket 4. But thankfully, there's internal storage. I only noticed because I wanted to check and to like format the card, and then it was like, oh, there's no card in there. Well done, Emily, but also well done, DJI, for making sure that like I can use this for like the next 2 weeks, and it doesn't even matter. Needless to say, the built-in storage saved my butt. You get just over 100 gigabytes, which is very, very generous. I got through the whole trip to Cape Town over 2 weeks with storage to spare. Oh, and another feature that's new that I forgot about is you can have up to 2 times zoom and still record in 4K. This means that the lens on it just now becomes so much more versatile. You can get very nice, differently framed shots all from the same device. And the built-in lens is plenty wide for you to vlog with, so it's win-win. My only complaint about this is you have to touch the screen to toggle between zoom and having the joystick move the gimbal up and down. And because the screen's quite small, sometimes I didn't know which mode I was in. So I'd try and move the gimbal and it would start zooming in. Can't beat. I wish like the button that you pressed would change colours or something in a firmware update so that you knew exactly which mode you were in a little bit easier. And a top tip, straight from the Pocket 3 onto the Pocket 4, is put your joystick on the slowest speed setting. That way, you don't have to worry about like lightly pressing it. You can just full send the joystick and the gimbal will move nice and slow. And you can get shots like this. So all you need to do is walk forward, press up on the joystick, and the gimbal will slowly lift. And it looks so, so nice in my opinion. I use that technique all the time. So is there enough to upgrade from the Pocket 3 if you are a Pocket 3 owner? I think it's a very personal choice. If, like me, you've run into trickier situations where you've found yourself fighting with the footage in the edit a little bit too much, then the Pocket 4 does solve that problem with the new log profile. If you regularly want to shoot really high quality slow motion, then the Pocket 4 is honestly the most impressive device I've used in a long time in that department. There's low light improvements, there's the zoom, there's the new accessories, there's a lot to love. But if you're not too bothered about slow motion and about those things I've discussed, the Pocket 3 is still excellent. If you haven't bought either device yet though, it's really a win-win situation because hopefully the Pocket 3 will come down in price in the used market and then the Pocket 4 is ready and available to buy. So whichever way you go, you're going to be happy in my opinion. If you do value keeping your kit small when you travel, this is a wonderful option. I mean, really, I got so much done with just the Pocket 4 and a photography camera, which was the K&F on this trip. I mean, you could hold that in 2 hands. I'm going to hold that in 2 hands. I went on a 2-week trip, documented it all with photography, created several YouTube videos when I was out there on the Pocket 4 with that. That's all I needed to take. I mean, what a time to be alive. You know, I am a tiny camera and tiny kit enthusiast, and that is just like goals. And hashtag not sponsored, but the only other thing that I would bring and did bring is my K&F CONCEPT travel tripod. I use that to talk to the camera and do time lapses and stuff, and it's super duper light and I love it. So those 3 things really, and then the whole thing was done. So far, I am a huge fan of the Pocket 4. I think it's upgraded all the things that annoyed me personally from the old one, whilst keeping all the things that was already good. I can see myself taking this with me on every trip going forward because it's incognito, the quality is really nice. I mean, the last several videos I've been filmed completely on it, it's always just looked really good. So if you can do your job to a really high standard with a really tiny piece of kit, why the heck not? Let me know what you think of the Pocket 4 in the comments, and will you be buying one? I've got links in the description if you are, and thank you so much for watching.